The vineyard owner has a good eye, just like God has a good eye. God sees the world. He sees us, and he wants to be generous toward us. He wants to be gracious to us. We might see the world, and we might want to be stingy. But thankfully, we have a God who chooses to be good and gracious to us. In Matthew 20, verse 16, we see the same words that we saw at the end of chapter 19. So the last will be first, and the first will be last. And so in this parable, that's literally what happened. Those weak and scrawny 5 o'clock men who couldn't find anyone to hire them, they were the last ones to get hired, but they were the first ones to get paid. They received the same reward as those younger, I'm assuming, more strong, able-bodied men. And the strong, able-bodied men who were the first to be hired, they were the last to get paid. And so when you think about the grace and the generosity of this landowner, it might seem unfair, but is it really? I mean, maybe the men who came at the end of the day to work and they only worked a short while, it could have been because they had handicaps. Maybe they were picked over and left behind and they weren't chosen to work because they had some challenges with their body that made it difficult for them to work and make a living for themselves and their families. Maybe they had injuries, or maybe they were older. And in compassion, the landowner had not given each man what he deserved, but what he needed. What he needed. Those men who found it hard to get hired needed the day's wages. They probably needed that day's wage much more so than the other men who probably found it easy to go out every day and find work. How many days had they been standing there not getting selected to go to work, not getting paid? So who needed the denarius more? Probably the ones that had come out later in the day. We shouldn't complain when God blesses others. We should never complain or be envious when God blesses others.